Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to learn how to think like a programmer, but without writing a single line of code. Sounds interesting, right? Let's start with a simple question. Who is smarter, you or a computer? Now most people would say computer, right? Well, but that's actually not true. Computers are super fast. They're insanely powerful. They can calculate faster than us. They can store massive amount of data and never get tired. But here's the thing. They cannot think on their own. They don't actually understand anything. Well, one of my kids would say, wait, computers can think. They can create stories, videos. I have done that on my computer. Today the AI tools are available where I can just give them few lines once upon a time in the land far away, and for me it creates a complete story, video. Well, good question, and you are partly correct. Computers can create things, but here's the interesting part. They are still following instructions, just in a very advanced way. AI also learns from lots of data, stories, images, videos. But humans, we understand, we imagine, we have our own ideas. And AI or computer robots, they don't understand like we do. It doesn't decide on its own what it wants to create. It generates based on the pattern it has learned. AI doesn't think. It does probabilistic predictions of what would come next. For example, you typed once upon a time. So AI predicts what should come next and then continues the story. So here we understand that though computers are becoming powerful, but they are still tools. And you are the one who tell them what to do. So even AI is not magic thinking, it's still instructions, just written in a smarter and more powerful way. So here in this slide, I have actually jotted down 5 things that humans do better than computers in our everyday life. First is understanding meaning, not just data. That means we have already discussed what is data in our previous lecture, right? Numbers, names and basic letters, everything, right? But we attach meaning to those words. We have understanding. So for example, if you and one of your clumsy friend, you are sitting together and your friend spills water everywhere. So what would you do? Wow, great job. You would sarcastically nag at him, right? But what would the computer respond? How would it respond? It would say, thank you, I did a great job. Because when you said, wow, great job, it took it as a compliment that it had done correctly and it thanked you. So, we have an understanding. We understand the meaning of the words, right? Next is creativity and imagination. So basically, we as humans have creativity. We can create, we use some box or garbage to create something new out of nothing at all, or waste products. For example, give a box to a child, it will create a spaceship. Next is robot, and then out of everything you all have started a secret base plane. So what is this? This is creativity. This is imagination. But what does the computer do? It says, this is a box, end of the story. Next, common sense. So for example, you see one of your friend is going to sit on a chair with a broken leg. What do? No, that's going to end badly. You stop it. But for computer, you have to give him 500 examples of broken chairs first so that it understands that it's a broken chair. Learning from very little. We as human, just a single experience of something and we learn from it. But for computers, they say, please provide 10,000 spicy chips for analysis. Whereas humans learn in a single spin second, right? The tongue, it feels spicy. The child says, no, I'm not going to have it ever. Emotions and social intelligence. We have emotions. We have social intelligence that the robots or computers lack. For example, you see your friend and ask her, how are you? She says, I'm fine. But you look at her, her face shows signs that she's not well. Her body language says it all, and you feel it, right? You empathize with her. You go out and you look after her. You sit with her, and since you understand her, what do? You try to make her feel better through the ways you know you can. Either you take her out for a coffee, you say, Chal, let's go, let's do this, or just sit quietly by her side to make her feel that yes, you are there for her. But what would your computer do? It would say, as soon as it gets a response, I am fine, case closed. Computer does not respond on this. So humans and computers are different, yes, but together we are unstoppable. So we just saw the computers don't really get things like we do. That means if we want a computer or even a robot to do something, we have to be super clear. No guessing, no assuming for them. Correct? So let's try something. Now, assume that you have a robot and you give him an instructions. Let's tell our robot one simple task. Pick up the brush and brush your teeth. So you have given instructions. It starts brushing the teeth. But hey, what? Without the toothpaste. Something is missing. What's missing? So if I jot down the actual steps, pick up the toothbrush, open the toothpaste, put toothpaste on the brush the teeth and rinse them out. So here, what our robot missed was, it just picked up the toothpaste and brushed the teeth. Why? Because our instructions were those. So he did only those two things. So basically, computers or machines are not wrong. Who was wrong? We. We have to give instructions correctly. So now, our instructions would be, pick up the toothbrush, open the toothpaste, put the toothpaste on the brush the teeth, rinse them out. So the robot would follow the complete steps. Okay. So now, what I would suggest is, here I want you to pause the video here and try writing the steps yourself in the chat box. Now assume you have a robot and you want it to brush its teeth perfectly. Now earlier I gave a small example, correct? But what I'm trying to tell you here is, that is just the surface of it. What someone can do, you can write more granular instructions, correct? So I want you to try yourself and write them in the chat below. Now don't worry, okay? Don't worry about being perfect, just give it a try. Everyone thinks differently, and that's what makes learning more powerful. When you share your steps with others, we learn from you too, correct? So there's no judging or comparison. Here we are all learning together. So go ahead, be brave and write your steps. Just start and keep going. So assuming that you have written, here I have given you a few of the versions I felt, right? For example, first one was simple and clear. It has 5 steps. The next one is more detailed with 6 steps. I have added wash the toothbrush also in the end. And last one has 9 steps, which is super precise. So someone from y'all might write 11, 15, 20. Basically, each of you can go into a granular version of this, okay, so that they are super clear. The instructions are super clear. Now here, and that's the best part, okay. So now here we have reached onto the today's core concept basically. So this is the secret of programming. What we did was we gave the robot or the computer step-by-step instructions to be followed. Now these instructions are called algorithm in the computer language. Okay, so when we are studying computers, algorithm is a clear set of steps to solve a problem. Now you know, thinking like a programmer isn't just coding, it's about breaking a problem down, thinking step by step, being very clear. Here, and the best part, you already use algorithms every day. Making Maggie, that's an algorithm. Getting ready for steps, break that problem into steps, it's algorithm. Even scrolling your phone, you follow patterns. You just never called it so. So now you know what algorithm is. So I want you to think like a programmer, and it isn't about coding, right? It's about breaking problems down, think step by step and being clear. So here I want you to take a challenge for yourself, okay? So take these as the base: making Maggie, getting ready for school, playing a game. Create your own game rules, whichever you feel. You can pick up those or you can write for all, because practice makes you perfect, right? Your brain also needs to have practice. It needs to become habitual to thinking step by step, so that you start thinking as a programmer. So next time you face a problem, don't panic, break it down, think step by step and be clear. Now, thanks for watching. If you really enjoyed this, try the challenge and write them in the chat box below. So goodbye, have a blessed day ahead. Alvida, Niro, Annyo and Sayonara. Khuda Hafiz. Stay curious, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Goodbye.